Well, good morning. I hope that you've had a great weekend and hope that you continue to pray for this situation and this scourge to pass. Today's 2 minutes of wisdom is perfect for somebody who teaches high school students. We're about to start school again. Our first day of in service is this week. The public schools are having in service today, actually, is their first day. We're gearing back up, and nobody knows what the school year holds. What I do know is that if we have classes and I have kids sitting in my room, I'm going to have one of these people that today's proverb mentions. This is Proverbs 24, verse 9. And it says, "The devising of folly is sin, and the scoffer is an abomination to mankind." So the devising of folly, anybody who's been around kids for very long knows that that's part of it. The way I tell people when we go on the DC trip is you have to anticipate stupidity to know what they're going to do. I love kids. I love being around them. I love the energy that they bring. But sometimes they act without thinking. That's what folly is. And the devising of folly, the planning of it, he says is a sin. So we don't need to be mixed up in any of that. But it's really the other half of that I'm really more concerned with. Because I think this is a trait that continues into adulthood with lots of people. You know, the end of that verse says, "And the scoffer is an abomination to mankind." When I was a little kid, used to get more attention, but there was kind of a Bigfoot-like creature in the Himalayas called the abominable snowman. Abominable is not a word we use very much anymore, and an abomination is one we don't use very much anymore, but it means something that's hated. The scoffer is an abomination to mankind. Now, these are kind of rules of thumb in the Proverbs, but I think that's a consistent message through Scripture. The scoffer is a person who always mocks, who always questions, who always derides everything around them as stupid or pointless. If you've taught teenagers very, very long, you come across some of these folks. If you've been involved in any kind of action item where you're the one out trying to get something done, trying to make something happen at church or at work, these are the people who sit over in the break room and they never offer to help, they never have any useful advice, but they question every decision, they make fun of every act, they are never satisfied and never happy. We are surrounded by scoffers. So, in view of the proverb that says that it's an abomination to mankind, maybe before you question what's going on, what other people are doing, you should ask if you want to be one of those. And I wouldn't hang around with them, and I wouldn't give their thoughts much attention. Because sometimes people who are just scoffers, they can question all they want, but their questioning isn't productive at all. There's just a few thoughts. That's more wisdom than hope. And the hope is that we'll be able to have class, and I'll happily endure the presence of a scoffer if we're safe and secure in our rooms and we can return to some kind of normalcy. Thanks for all you do. Try not to be a scoffer. Try not to hang around them. And certainly don't devise any plans of folly today. Have a good one. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.